I am sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels, with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family.
Now you can take those results even further by pairing it with the prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating, gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, boost energy, and help stabilize mood swings.
And because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving your gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results so you can feel like yourself again.
Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that can be proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows.
Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein in Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code BLAME at checkout.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Only Murders in the Building, Season 5.
The hit Hulu original is back.
The night Lester died, he was talking with this mobster.
Was he killed in a hit?
We need to go face to face with the mob.
Get ready for a season
Buongiorno, signore.
Oh, this is how I die.
you can't refuse.
You're gonna save the day, like you always do, by being smart, sharp, and almost always by mistake.
The Hulu original series, Only Murders in the Building, premieres September 9th, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. New episodes Tuesdays.
Greetings and welcome to a brand new episode of But Am I Wrong? A show where me and Meghan question, are we wrong? Spoiler alert, we're not. And we also have 3 different segments, and we'll go over each one of those before we get started with that specific segment. Hi, Meghan.
Hi, Melissa.
How are you today?
Yeah, I am pretty good.
Good. You got your contacts? We didn't do a follow-up on that.
Thinking about that, I do have my contacts. The delivery driver, when he came, because it ended up being a couple days late, they did refund me for my overnight shipping, which was kind.
Mm-hmm.
But the delivery driver, he just couldn't find our mailbox, but it did feel like in my heart, it felt like he knew that I really wanted my contacts, because he's like leaning over our gate and he goes, "Package, miss?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Yay!" And like handed it to me. And he was just like, literally like, no questions. He was like, "Happy, you're happy." And I was like, "Thank God." And he was like, "Oh, that's why I'm here." And I was so excited. And yeah, I've got my contacts. I can see without my glasses. And I was thinking about it when we were building our bed this weekend, that like, my God, not having contacts for that would have killed me.
Yeah, because you had to stretch out.
You know what's crazy,
it's like,
though?
What the fuck is going on?
It's like not like, that's like not even my entire wingspan. Like, I have more room to stretch farther.
I just didn't understand why, but then you told me it was an antique.
Yes. And so there was no bed slats.
Mm-hmm.
This was like a whole fucking weekend activity because there's no center support. So we had to build a center support beam. And then the person who sold us this, it's kind of like, on Facebook Marketplace, that there's like a surge, I would say, of people selling things like from their parents' houses that like their parents have downsized. And so like, they're like, "I know nothing about this. I'm just kind of facilitating." And so he just like gave us a bunch of like wood planks that we assumed were, which I think he also assumed were the slats for the bed. They're not. They're just pieces of wood. And
which slats are
totally, but
just pieces of wood.
They
but
did
they
need
do have
dowels to like
yeah.
go in and like lock, and it didn't have any of that. So then we had to like build all of this stuff, and we use like industrial Velcro, which is like the most recommended to like secure slats, which I was like, industrial Velcro? Thank God this wasn't on my shoes as a kid. Like, how the hell do you get that shit off? But we now have like a bed. Right. And the rug is too small, which is fun.
Love that. Love
Mhm.
both. Yeah, I would have just been like, get an adjustable bed. They fit inside. My slats are leaning against the wall.
Is it on a box spring?
No, you don't need a box spring. You actually
Oh,
can't use a box
that's
spring.
like it's got its own mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God that Moss can't hear you because he would have been like, damn, that's what we should have done.
I'll send him a text.
Well,
shall we jump into our first segment?
we shall.
All right. First up, we've got But Am I Wrong? That's when we pick something from our lives or a rant or just something we want to talk about. And then you guys vote on if we're wrong in the situation. If you'd like to vote, you can go over to our Instagram, Meghan and Melisa, and it'll be on our stories.
Hell yeah. Am I first?
You're first.
Okay. My hot take. I want to say the origin of this because I have like a note on my phone that says, but am I wrong? And I must have created another one at some point and had written other things there. So it was kind of like a time capsule. And some of the takes, like, why do women like men dressed as pirates, is one I'm still trying to unpack my thought process behind it. Eventually, hopefully one day we'll be able to discuss it. But I found one that I was like, you know what? I actually stand by this, and I forgot that I felt passionately about this. And that is justice for raisins. Raisins get so much hate, so much shit on. And like, in reality, raisins are the marshmallows of Lucky Charms. Like, they are the strawberries of Special K with strawberry. Like,
so the raisins and Raisin Bran.
Exactly. And you tell me that raisins and Raisin Bran, I go, I'm sorry, you like Lucky Charms, you like Special K, or the honey bunches of oats, the bunches of oats. Like, it is fun to have a different little textural surprise, something a little sweet. And like, we love grapes. That people are engineering those fucking nasty ass cotton candy grapes. Well, but the second the grape gets a little dehydrated, we go, yuck, disgusting, gross. No, justice for those raisins. They're fun to eat. They're not like, I'm someone like, there's certain like dried fruits that like get so like, you can't chew them. Do you know what I mean? Like, no matter what, they're like so dehydrated. They're so like hard.
The mangoes, which I love the flavor of it, but it hurts like, I would love to go ham on a mango dried fruit, but it hurts my teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets stuck.
But like with raisins, they just plump up, and then, hey, raisins and cookies, a delightful little time. I just think that like we've shit on raisins for so long, and those commercials were always like, I think like relatively wholesome, and more specifically, those commercials were always kind of short, which I like really appreciated. And like they come in little boxes. Like, we're all about like nostalgic things right now. Everyone's like, I want nostalgic Halloween. You know what you should get? You should get a little box of raisins and eat them while you look at that Halloween decorations. And I just feel like justice for raisins.
I thought you were going to say hand them out. I was like, I draw the line.
No,
there.
I draw the line there as well. I'm saying they have their time and place. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that like, maybe the Department of Raisin went too hard that we are like experiencing the backlash of that like maybe like, yeah, we shouldn't hand them out. But like, and I love the name, and no matter what, when I hear the word raisin, I just think of New Girl and Winston, like, as I live and breathe, raisin. And they go, did I say raisin again? They're like, yes, her name is not Raisin. And I just love it. And I'm just, do I have any raisins in my house? No. But also there's multiple kinds. Little golden raisins. Bring back raisins.
You know, I love raisins. They're fibrous. They're sweet. They're a nice little treat. Back in the 80s, I think it had to be the 90s because I was too little in the 80s, or they were showing reruns, but there's whole cartoon raisins that would come on. They were a music group. They played jazz music, I believe.
Love it.
And it was a big thing. Like, it inspired people to get raisins. It might have been sponsored by the Raisin Council. I'm not sure. I think it's actually the California Raisin Council. Hold on. Because they were called the California Raisins.
Maybe they got budget cuts, but like, I think we need to give them some more money.
When I typed in the California Raisins, it comes up as a musical group. Like,
they're so committed to the bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So they first appeared in 1986, last appearance in 1994. created by the California Raisin Advisory Board. So, you know, maybe we need to go speak to them about bringing it back. They let out albums on Warner Brothers.
Oh my God, I'm addicted to this.
Yes.
Wow, it's so fun and whimsical. We need to get them hooked up with Big Kale. That lady, because she can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even in 1988, they had a single, "What Does It Take to Win You Love," and then also 1988 they re-recorded the "I Heard It Through the Grapevine" song that I know from Marvin Gaye, I think. Yep. And it was hit the Billboard Hot 100 at number 84.
Oh my God.
They were nominated for a Claymation Christmas celebration for the Primetime Emmys.
I thought you were going to say a Grammy.
Oh, well, I mean, they were nominated for Emmys.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Meet the Raisins, a Primetime Emmy nominee and a Claymation Christmas celebration. So.
Wow. And I have stronger beliefs than I did when I even started. I love the raisins. Yeah. Now I'm going to go out and buy some. Actually, maybe we do have some.
In 2015, it was announced that a live action, stop calling CGI live action.
Wait, that's exactly the opposite of live action.
Yes. I mean, that's what they call all the Disney, like Lion King, they say remake? It's a live action, and it's not live action. That's CGI.
Oh, I'm confused. Yeah, that's weird.
So it was announced that a live action / CGI reboot of the California Raisins would be produced. But then as of 2025, nothing ever came out of the concept and was most likely canceled. Well, yeah, that's 10 years later, of course.
Yeah, maybe they mean it's going to be like a Sonic, like it's James Marsden and a raisin.
Mm. But like I said, they call those all the Disney reboots live action. They're not.
That also probably deters people from watching it because, like, that does sound like, first of all, for Lion King, that sounds like animal abuse. Mm-hmm. Like, please don't actually use real animals for an entire movie only about animals.
Yeah.
So they think Beyonce is like
there
on all fours?
Or like how they do it in the Broadway version.
Oh my God, like Cats?
Yeah. But don't put Cats on the Broadway version of Lion King.
No, oh, sorry, you meant the Lion King. I thought you meant like how they do animals on Broadway. You mean Lion King Broadway. That was my first Broadway show ever. Mm-mm. I loved it. I loved it so much.
So good.
Anyways.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll get into my bed of my own.
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm. Summer really lends itself to a minimal effort, maximum impact makeup look. When it comes to looking and feeling your best, especially in the August heat, sometimes less is more. And when you're working with fewer products, you want the quality to be high, which is why Thrive Causemetics is your go-to for a simple, clean, and radiant summer look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. One of my favorite Less is More products is their Brilliant Eye Brightener. It's a waterproof eyeshadow and highlighter stick that comes in 34 shades. The shimmer shades are great for brightening up your inner corners, and they also have really lovely neutral matte shades that, again, can make a really big impact on your overall look without requiring too much product. Plus, for every product purchased, Thrive Causemetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. And with over $150 million in product and cash donations to over 600 giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact. Maximize your look with minimal effort. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/thrive for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/thrive.
All right, we're back. Now it's time for mine. Friends, fellow sports enthusiasts, and families, thank you for listening today. I want to talk about something that's been weighing on me, and I believe on many of you as well. It's about our shared passion for sports and the alarming erosion of decorum we've witnessed in recent times. For generations, attending a game has been a treasured pastime. It's a chance to cheer with all our might, to wear our team's colors with pride, and to create unforgettable moments. It's about the collective energy of the crowd, the shared joy of victory, and the camaraderie that unites us. But lately, these moments are being overshadowed by a growing trend of selfish, thoughtless, and downright vile behavior. Consider the recent incident at a baseball game between the Phillies and the Marlins. A man catches a home run ball, and in a beautiful display of kindness, he gives it to a young boy. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy. But this heartwarming scene is instantly scoured. A woman, and when I say man, it was his son. Mm-hmm. A woman angered by what she saw was a violation of baseball etiquette confronts them. An X account, as the article states, notes that the woman's reaction of chasing him down and taking it from a child also falls on the side of rude. And the man who caught the ball, he jumped over roughly 10 seats, ending up directly in the woman's area. But doing so, he invaded her space and effectively blocked her chance to catch the ball. Two adults so consumed by a piece of leather that they forgot the most fundamental rule of sports. It's for the kids. The hero in the story is the baseball team, which after the fact gives the boy a signed bat and a goodie bag, providing that a little kindness goes a long way. And then we have the incident at the US Open where a grown man, in a moment that was, in the words of Reddit user, completely disgusting, snatches a hat from a young fan. The tennis player Camille, a man who knows the importance of making a child's day, was so appalled when he found out what happened that he used the power of the internet to find the boy and give him a new hat. That wasn't about a miscatch or a momentary lapse in judgment. This was about a man robbing a child of cherished memories, and all for his own selfish gain. These are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a larger problem. We're seeing fans engage in behavior that not just is disrespectful, but is criminal and deeply inappropriate. The recent surge in fans throwing sex toys onto the field or the court, particularly during the WNBA games, is a prime example. As WNBA guard Sophie Cunningham said, "Stop throwing dildos on the court. You're going to hurt one of us." It's a shocking lack of respect for the players, the game, and the very idea of a family-friendly event. It's an act of misogyny disguised as a prank, and it's completely unacceptable. As Slate's Christina Catarucci so eloquently put it, throwing a...
I try so hard on to laugh because like they shouldn't do it, but like, how do you word it not funny?
I know. Throwing a piece of penis-shaped, penetration-ready Throwing pieces of penis-shaped, penetration-ready silicone at a woman in her workplace sends a much different message than tossing one at a man. And we can't ignore the most appalling instances: fans engaging in sexual acts in the stands of a public stadium. A Twitter user asks, "Why would you do this at a baseball game?" Is the question we should all be asking. So at a baseball game, a man and a woman he was fingering her and she was squirming all around, enjoying herself. And then when he was done, he wipes his finger on his pants. And it was filmed. There, people behind them were filming them. So why are we doing this at a baseball game? It's a question we should all be asking. It's a brazen disregard for thousands of people around them, including children who came to the game to watch sports, not to watch you come. And they shouldn't be witnessing this public spectacle. And so I just want people to have some decorum, stop doing these stupid things, stop stealing from children, stop fingering people, stop throwing dildos, and let's have respect for the players and the game. Thank you.
Wow. That was so wonderfully said. I could not agree with you more. I saw a video that like, I don't remember, I think it was either a Dodgers game or a Giants game. Like I remember it being like close. And there, you know how they'll like have like beach balls and like you hit them or whatever. And there's like one little girl like, you know, going to hit it. And this old man next to her like spiked it away so she couldn't hit it and like laughed to himself. And the dad's like filming his daughter because it's like she's finally going to get to hit the ball. And he like sets it up. So like he lifts it up so she can hit it. And it's not like the ball was going to hit her from another person and the guy saved her. Dad set it up so she could hit the ball. And this other dad just comes in there. And then he had two like probably like teenage daughters who were just sitting next to him, whose like faces immediately fell and were like mortified. And he's like giggling to himself. And I'm like, what, you get off on it? Like, this is just such a weird way to like live your life, is like having this like, no, I want to get to do this thing. By the way, you look silly. This is for kids. You're a big, are you a big old baby? Just a big baby. That lady too, just like screaming. Embarrassing. Well, you're not wrong.
Thanks. All right, we're going to take another break. When we get back, we'll get into But Are You Wrong?
Whoa! That was a bop! Ooh, let's keep the party going with the Claptrap Public Domain Serenade! Happy birthday to you! Let's all loot and shoot! Ba-ba-doo-doo! Borderlands 4! Well, that kind of fell apart toward the end. But you get the idea. Borderlands 4 is out now! Buy it! Buy it, buy it, buy it!
Rated M for mature.
Optimism isn't sunshine and rainbows. It's fixing things, changing the way we fix things. It's running the world on smarter energy. Because if optimism never stops, then change can't either. GE Vernova, the energy of change.
This episode is brought to you by KPMG. Making an impact is how KPMG helps make the difference. KPMG applies advanced tools and strategic thinking to convert data into actionable knowledge and deliver value by improving performance through transformation, modernizing processes with technology, harnessing the power of data, navigating complex M&A transactions, and enhancing trust among stakeholders. Go to kpmg.us/advisory to learn more. KPMG. Make the difference.
Back, and it is time for But Are You Wrong? And this is where you write in to butamiwrongpod@gmail.com, or you fill out our form, or you send us a message on social with a circumstance or situation you found yourself in that you would like to know if you are in the wrong about. We also accept your own hot takes. And yeah, keep it under 300 words. It is all anonymous, so please use fake names. We do want you to tell us how old you are because you have to be over 18, but we need to know how old you are. And give us as many details as possible, and we'll tell you if you're wrong. Okay. I'm 19, she, her, a first year at a big state school in Oregon. If you're at the school that has Puddles as the mascot, I recently just discovered Puddles, big fan. I've been trying to clean up my eating habits to help with my mood and overall health. Nothing extreme, just more real food and fewer fluorescent snack foods. Here's where I might be the villain. My 3 roommates and I do a weekly grocery run together. They fill the cart with pizza rolls, soda, and family-sized bags of candy. At the checkout, they say, let's just split the total 4 ways. It's easier. Meanwhile, I'm holding my little basket of veggies and oatmeal thinking, why am I paying for snacks I'm not even going to touch? I already buy my own food separately. Last week, they teased me for being bougie when I said I would rather just pay for my items. I swear I'm not trying to be difficult. I just don't want to fund their junk food mountain. Now I'm wondering if I'm the jerk. They see it as a shared household expense, and I keep pushing back. Am I wrong for refusing to split the bill when I'm not eating any of it? How do I stand my ground without sounding like a self-righteous kale crusader? Or should I just chill and Venmo my share to keep the peace? Help me figure out if I'm the roommate with the problem here.
No,
like
I've never split food with anybody I've lived with that I wasn't fucking.
No, I've never split that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like groceries, I've never split groceries with roommates like that. If it's like, oh hey, I'll get these things, you get these, but like that's like if we're having people over for dinner and we're all cooking together, but like not like a weekly grocery run.
No.
Some people don't even like. Some people are a 2% milk. Some people are like, there's so many things that you're like, I'm actually never going to touch this.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong at all. I think it's weird that they want to split food.
That they know you're not eating. And then they're like, oh my God, you're being bougie. And it's like, wait.
I'm eating what I want to eat.
Then add mine into are you going to pay for mine too?
Right.
Like, that's so weird. Yeah, this to me is like not. I don't know. I will say that like the only way that I think that like there could be like an ounce of you being wrong in this, but like it doesn't sound like that from like how you are saying this to us. The only way I could think that like you would possibly be in the wrong, but like it does not sound like this is like how you're phrasing it at all, because you're like literally being like, I don't want to sound like a self-righteous, like, you know, health nut, as if you were doing that. And like that's the only time that I would just be like, you know, I might give you some shit for it because like if you're being rude about it or you're like judging them, but it doesn't sound like you're doing any of that. It kind of just sounds like they want you to either pay for the food you're not eating so it makes theirs cheaper, or co-sign what they're eating and you're making them feel bad about themselves, which is not your responsibility, and that they want you to pay for it. So then they feel like that's, I don't know, a seal of approval, or that it's you're just like that's okay then, that they're feeling judged.
Yeah. If you can, if it's possible, don't go grocery shopping with them.
That's a great point, because that you have to coordinate that. That like feels like it'd actually be quite not the easiest.
Like, you know, you don't have a car, they have a car, you're all going together, but other than that, just don't go with them, and just make sure you don't eat their food. If it's necessary, I don't know if you have your own room. But if you do, if you can get like a small refrigerator to put in there, do that.
Yeah.
Because I can see that they would probably eat your food.
I do wonder if that, or maybe they hate oatmeal. But like also, if you're getting like produce and stuff, that goes bad quicker than their things. So like, you know, are they going with you because you don't have a car? And then they're like, okay, well, now contribute. But like if it's like gas money, then contribute to gas money. But like I think the principle on like, if it's like a money thing, then like for gas, pay for that. But I think like the idea that you would pay for food you're not eating is very odd, even if you used to eat the food. Maybe it'll just, they need some time to be like, oh, okay, she's really not eating this with us anymore.
Right. But it's you said this is your first year. You've only been in school a few weeks.
Oh, wow. Good fucking point. And also, on occasion, when you do want to do that, split that with them. Yeah. Or like being like, oh, this thing looks really good, I'm going to add it to mine that I'm doing. You're more than welcome. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that there's a way to, or like before parties and stuff, just making it clear, like we're not paying separately all the time if we're sharing something, but like when we're not sharing something, you're not wrong at all. This is weird.
Stop it now before it gets any more serious.
Now that you bring up that this is the first year, I'm a little concerned.
All right. Next one. I'm 24. My best friend and roommate, Riley, also 24, has been tangled up with a guy named Ethan, 26, since college. They were never exclusive, but she fell for him hard. Years ago, he got drunk and sent her cruel texts. They stopped seeing each other for a while, then slid into a friends with benefits thing. She'd drive 4 hours to visit him, still completely in love. This spring, she visited him again and came back glowing. A month later, he bailed on this turn to visit and told her he could never love her. I thought that was an end, but she reached out. They started flirting again, and he promised to try for real and be better. She's been ecstatic and talks about him constantly. This is really hard for me to read.
I'm like, cut this out, but like, I don't know that I can be friends with someone who's like this stupid.
Me either.
Like, I would be so fucking annoyed.
Mm-hmm. Recently, he got drunk and sent her more nasty texts. She said she'd walk if it happened again. Last week, when she was stressed about school, he told her to go to therapy, which stung, especially since he clearly needs therapy too. When she tried to talk, he ignored her all day, then texted that he needed to focus on himself and doesn't know where they stand, even though they're supposed to be official. That night, they had a long call, and she told me it was all a misunderstanding. Now she's excited to visit him again this weekend. I'm watching her get hurt over and over. Am I wrong if I step in and tell her I think this relationship is toxic? Or am I wrong for even considering saying something? And should I just keep quiet and let her figure it out?
Wait, you've never told
you
me this
haven't
relationship
said something? You are wrong because you haven't said something before.
This has been going on since college and you have never said, hey, this is toxic? Oh, God.
You're both wrong. Like, everybody in the situation is wrong. You should have been told her. She should have been left this piece of shit and he should be gone. Why is she driving 4 hours for somebody that treats her like shit? The dick cannot be that good.
There's just fundamentally no shot, but also like you must have like the tolerance and patience of like something that I have never related to. Like I do not understand how like you have like been in the orbit of this for this long and like have been able to maintain a friendship with her.
No, I don't understand unless you used to always date shitty guys too. And now you're finally like maturing past that. And you're like, I don't have a leg to stand on to tell her to stop. That I understand. But like, no, get rid of him and stop. Hide her keys. Hide her phone.
Yeah, this can't be like hey, just like heads up. Like I have to assume you've like danced around it or like you have like not shut her down when she's implied things are toxic. But like at this point, I think you are at take her keys and being like, you need to stop. He's like, you have to go like going so hard. Like the shit you need to say needs to be, you're picking this relationship with him, this horrible thing, or you're picking a friendship. Like this is to a level of like, this is, and again, the thing I say that is like it's the last hope, the most cutting. You have to say, this is really embarrassing. I love you, and also, this is really embarrassing.
And also say, I'm embarrassed that I'm embarrassed for myself that I've taken this long to say something to you.
I'm embarrassed that I let it get this far, and I have these pent up feelings that like I've watched you develop stronger feelings for him when like I should have like insisted like earlier on that you deserved so much better than this. Because I don't know if you saw on TikTok the girl whose husband, unfortunate, she like forgot her lunch and at work and he packed her dog food and he did it with her sister and they thought it was so funny. I saw a really great take on that from someone who had like left like a horrible marriage, and it was like she thinks it's normal because her entire circle tells her it's normal. Her entire circle, whether they say that it's normal or when she like hints about it, they don't pick up, they don't say anything about it. They like let her get to that place on her own. And she's like, and I remember like when I like, there were people when I finally divorced my husband were like, oh my God, why would you do that? He was so great. I can't believe that. And she's like, and then there are people being like, thank God finally. And she's like, why didn't you say something? Like, And they're, well, I didn't want to, whatever. And it's like, in order for that behavior to happen, there are people who enable, whether it's passively or actively. But at the end of the day, if you hate to see someone being treated like this, say that. Like, that's like how you show care for the people in your life. 4 hours? And I don't know where you live, but like, here that's LA. But other places, that could be a whole other state.
Yeah. Takes me in Northwest Arkansas, it would take me to get to Dallas. That's 5 hours. And so, like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
We're in a long distance situationship. I'm in Arkansas and he's in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Please stop enabling it and stop her from going. And everybody does need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the person yelling that somebody needs to go to therapy also needs to go. All right. We're going to take a break. And when we get back, we'll get into But Are They Wrong?
You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Comcast is committed to bringing access to the internet to all Americans, including rural communities across the country, like Sussex County, Delaware.
We were being left behind. Everybody around us seemed to have internet, but we did not. High-speed internet is one of those good things that we needed to help us move our farming, our small businesses, our recreation forward.
Learn more about how we're bringing our next generation network to more people across the country at ComcastCorporation.com/investment in America.
Now we're back. It is time for But Are They Wrong? And this is where we nominate a person, place, or thing, something in, current events, celebrity, pop culture that we think is the wrong of the week. And I would like to nominate Oura ring. I think in general, these like wearable tracking devices of things sound like really good in theory. I'm always very wary of things that are about optimization because like very quickly that gets to like eugenics. And like a lot of these companies that invest in like, oh, optimize this, optimize that can get into, selective breeding and all of these sorts of things. But Oura ring is one that some people have told me to get, and I was like, it literally does nothing that I need. And like, I understand that some people have like caught other things for them. Like, that's great. It has also increased like medical anxiety in like so many people, but like, it doesn't have metrics that I need or things that I want. I'm uninterested. And in general, I'm quite uninterested in things that require data in a way that feels a little Big Brother is watching. Mm-hmm. So Oura Ring has just announced their partnership with the U.S. Department of Defense. And people are very not happy about it. Obviously, like immediate backlash. But they have defended themselves, saying that the relationship with the Department of Justice is actually, in fact, long-standing. This seemingly has already been going on. And we just are finding out about it. And they're like, don't worry, we've already been working with them. And the quote from Tom Hale, or Oura's chief executive officer, said, we are proud to expand manufacturing to the United States and are committed to empowering the Department of Defense with technology that prioritizes security and promotes readiness, resilience, and effectiveness to support service members in their missions. Huh? That doesn't sound very comforting. So they're saying it is totally separate from consumer offerings, and none of your data will be used to support military projects, which is a very odd statement to make. People are not really thinking, hey, I think you're going to use my data for the military, more along the lines of, I think you're going to use my data and the government will have access to it. I don't think you're using my data to arm the military with my readiness score. But then in an email that they sent to Mashable, Oura said that it would never sell, rent, or share your personal data with any third party without your express consent. And it's exclusively limited to our project support for the U.S. service of men and women. And it's working closely with active duty military to determine factors that impact soldier effectiveness, advancing military readiness, which not comforting, and it should not feel comforting to people when you hear that, of being like, oh, no, not me. They're just working on optimizing humans to become better killing machines. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that makes me feel better. So they say, unless you're a service member who's enrolled in Department of Defense Health or Human Performance Program that uses Oura Ring, and you have consented to share your data with that program, your data will never be shared. Oh, okay. For sure. Don't worry. We just have like 2 separate folders. They just have access to this one and then not this one. This one, we would never do any of that.
Also, like, who knows what's in the thing that you have to sign up to opt in? I mean, I know you know if you sit down and read it, but a lot of people don't do that. Most people don't do it.
And I always question with things like Tesla or anything that you like buy a product, but then the technology updates and advances, that I'm like, but you sign terms and conditions for this initial product. And when you have things that update technology wise, it makes the previous versions obsolete. You like can't keep using that. So I'm like, so then do you buy like a physical ring that you didn't consent to any of those things the last like 6 times you've updated it? But now if you want to use if you want to use the physical item that you have, the hardware you have to update has to be a whole new level of terms and conditions of things that you don't stand for or you don't feel really comfortable about. So I think that, then they've got a connection with Palantir, the software company that works with intelligence agencies and defense departments, which has a presence in Israel and the United States. And it is just very, very, very sticky and icky. And all of these like clarifications, I feel like I've seen people being like, oh, okay, we got too nervous and it's going to be okay now. But like in general, I think like this idea of like trusting companies who's saying that they're working with these things, but don't worry, we'll never let these 2 things cross. Don't know. These are also the same companies that have left everything up to like automation and AI and things. There are not humans for the checks and balances of this. And if you have a relationship with the government, like the data breaches that happen in general for apps and websites and things that don't have relationships with the government happen all the fucking time. Like data breaches happen all the time. When there might be a data breach and there's a government door to get to that, no. And especially because a lot of people talk about using their Oura rings during pregnancy or tracking like for their cycles and all of that stuff, that this feels like very icky. And then just morally and ethically wearing a trackable item that is also being used to make the best soldiers feels like really scary.
Real life Captain America coming.
Yeah, there's like the fucking ad on the bottom is
for Peacemaker.
And I was like, yeah, literally the whole time I was reading this, I was like, it feels like Captain America. And like, you can't be like, well, I'm not using it for that. So therefore, separating the art from the artist. And I'm just like, but no. And also the money that you're spending is to this company and they're also getting paid by it's just, it's not worth it. I don't think at all.
Yeah. All right. And then mine is Tori Branum. So this happened in Georgia, and it's a situation that brings into a sharp focus the complex relationships between domestic policy, economic prosperity, and international relations. And so I'm talking about the ICE raid that happened at the Hyundai LG battery plant and the role of local congressional candidate Tori Branum, who instigated all of this. So the facts as reported are straightforward. Tori, who is a candidate for Congress, proudly announced that on social media that she tipped off Immigration and Customs Enforcement about alleged workplace violations at a new battery plant under construction. Her stated goal? To get rid of what she calls illegals. The results of her tip was an immigration raid that led to the detention of over 475 people. A significant majority of those detained, more than 300, were South Korean nationals. So let's take a step back and consider the big picture. This battery plant is not just another factory. It's a key component of a massive $12.6 billion investment from Hyundai and LG Energy Solutions in Georgia. An investment that was poised to create an estimated 8,000 jobs, bringing the economic vitality and opportunity to Georgia for generations to come. This project wasn't just a random act of foreign investment. It was part of a broader strategic economic partnership between the U.S. and South Korea, a close, vital ally. This partnership was forged on the promise of mutual benefits, with South Korea agreeing to the monumental $350 billion investment in the U.S. in exchange for favorable trade terms. The raid instigated by Tori was for her own personal agenda. She put the entire partnership in jeopardy. The optics are devastating. The images of armored vehicles and shackled workers were broadcast to the world, and they were received with outrage in South Korea. Their government officially expressed concern and regret over the operation. The South Korean government has had to intervene to negotiate the release of its citizens, and a charter plane is being arranged to fly them home. The diplomatic fallout is significant, and it has sent a chilling message to foreign investors everywhere that even when you make a multi-billion-dollar commitment to the United States, your personnel and your investment could be at risk due to local political maneuvers. Tori has attempted to frame her actions as patriotic, as protecting American jobs and upholding the law. But the claim is unfounded. The very jobs she claims to be protecting, thousands of them, are now in greater peril than ever before. If Hyundai and LG lose confidence in this project, they could decide to pull back on their investment. Who will be responsible for those 8,000 jobs lost? The answer is clear. As a South Korean business publication aptly put, her judgment rings hollow because her actions have actively sabotaged Georgia's long-term prosperity. Furthermore, it has been reported by immigration attorneys that many of the detained South Korean nationals were in the U.S. legally on B-1 business visas. They were not quote-unquote illegals, but highly skilled engineers and specialists brought in for essential tasks that American workers were not yet trained to do. Their presence was crucial for getting the plant up and running. By her actions, Tori has not only disrupted a critical economic project, but also demonstrated a profound lack of understanding about the global nature of modern manufacturing and the strategic importance of international partnership. This situation is not just about protecting the economic benefits of the country. It's about a candidate using a highly charged issue for political gain with complete disregard for the economic and diplomatic consequences. This is a walking, talking contradiction and conundrum. You cannot champion the idea of bringing jobs back to America while simultaneously undermine a multi-billion-dollar investment that was doing exactly that. You cannot claim to be a patriot while damaging a crucial alliance with one of our global partners. The action taken by Tori Branum were not in the best interest of Georgia or the country. They were short-sighted, they were ill-informed, and they have created a serious geopolitical problem. As citizens, or people that live in the United States, we have the responsibility to look beyond the simplistic slogans and to recognize that true patriotism lies in tranquil and steady dedication to our nation's long prosperity and its place in the world. It lies in building, not tearing down. And Tori has not backed away from or apologized for what she did. She stands by it.
Yeah, her campaign website says that she's got a background in psychology. And
Yeah, she has a degree in psychology, and she said that like that has helped her see how the world is, and she understands
which
how.
Is so
yeah, it's icky.
It's spooky. Like it's like you did the exact opposite thing of what is supposed to happen in all of those years of education. So like I am curious, like what level of that she got to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like Trump now being like wants them to stay in the US. I'm just like
contradiction. But they should be here because they were training for 8,000. They were training people for 8,000 jobs.
Yeah. So what's the plan, girl?
Mm-hmm. She's standing 10 toes
down.
I mean,
I'm like, okay, so you did this, and so then now, how does this improve? Are you doing 16,000 jobs? Are we double?
What are you going to do? Mm-hmm.
What was the plan? Because if this was just a plan, all you did was eliminate jobs.
Yeah.
What's branch 2? And she has none.
No. She might have won. I don't think she's going to win now because of
this. Because also the people whose jobs that like she fucked over her constituents.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to vote for you now?
Right.
It's fucking stupid. Stupid.
Well, that's it. Thank you all for joining us. Tune in tomorrow for See You Next Tuesday. Wednesday, you've got a little break. Thursday, you've got Don't Blame Me. And Friday, Fisting Friday. And we'll be back on Monday for But Am I Wrong? We will circle back. Bye.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
Okay, so you want to tell him, or you want me to tell him?
No. I got this. I want people out there.
Yeah.
People, lean in. Get close. Listen, here's the deal.
We got big news.
We got monumental news. We got snacktacular news.
Yeah, after a brief hiatus, my good friend Michael Ian Black and I are coming back.
My good friend Tom Cavanaugh and I are coming back to do what we do best.
What we were put on this earth to do.
To pick a snack.
To eat a snack.
And to rate a snack.
Scientifically.
Emotionally.
Spiritually.
Mates is back.
Mike and Tom Eat Snacks is back.
A podcast for anyone with a mouth.
With a mouth. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Look, we all know there are a lot of celebrity interview podcasts out there, but there's only one, Happy, Sad, Confused. I'm Josh Horowitz, and yeah, I'm the host of the show, so I'm a little biased, but truly Happy, Sad, Confused is the place for nerdy and intimate conversations with all your favorite actors and filmmakers. From Andrew Garfield and Scarlett Johansson to Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. For over 10 years and over 700 episodes, Happy, Sad, Confused has broken movie and TV news every single week. That's because I ask all the questions I want to know, and more importantly, you want to know. Casting what-ifs, backstage stories, acting pet peeves, and much more. So whether you're into superheroes, prestige TV, or just the coolest actors and directors alive, you're going to learn something in every episode. Listen to Happy, Sad, Confused on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.